Namo Buddhaya. When we come to this human world, we met lots of people around us. Even for today, we have people who we like most, who we love most. They may be your parents, they may be your life partners, they may be your neighbors, maybe. They may be your relatives, whatever they are, whoever they are. Remember, we have a little bond between those people and our mind. Don't we have that little attachment? Yes, that is the attachment, that is the bond which keeps us all together. The nature of our mind is when this attachment gets too much tightened, when those people fade away from our life, when they become changed, either from the characteristics and from the problems, when they become changed or when they fade away from our life, we may start to suffer. Because we hold on to them tightly. The more tightly we hold on to those people, the more we will suffer when they become changed, when they become impermanent. So our great teacher Supreme Buddha advised us to think about this reality whenever possible, right? Throughout the day, you have to think about this. At least one time of a day, if you can think this, you will be able to get through those problems and difficult situations in your life. So what is the reality of this life? Supreme Buddha said, Sabbehi me piyehi manapehi nana bhavo vina bhavoti. Everything that I love, everyone that I love in my life will fade away one day. That is the reality. Okay? We all have to be departed from every loved one and every loved thing in our life. Isn't that true? Yes, that is the real truth, right? Whoever person we are with, we have to say goodbye to them at least at the death, right? We have to say goodbye to them. We have to leave these people. So that is the reality. The problem is we are not thinking about this thing. We are afraid to think about this. Supreme Buddha said, you need to think about this reality. Why? The more you think this reality, your mind gets prepared to face that moment, face that experience, right? If you are being prepared to face such a terrible and difficult moment, you can easily get over from that problem and difficult time and maintain your peacefulness within yourself without being distracted. Because your mind is prepared for that terrible moment, to face that terrible moment. And you already know that you are going to be departed from these people one day. The more you think it, remember, you will be able to deal with those difficult moments. And also, when you're thinking about this, you will always be motivated to love the people around you. Right? Normally we don't think about that, right? When we are not thinking about that, we always try to hate people, right? We always try to hurt people around us who always loves us. But if you think, one day they will depart from my life, one day I have to say goodbye to them and leave this world. So before leaving, I have to love them. I have to make them happy. If you can think like that, you will start to love your people around you. Sometimes you may have problems with your life partner, right? If you can think, I am being departed from these people one day. So before that happens, I have to give something valuable to their life. I have to make these people's life a better one. If you can think about this reality, if you can love the people around you, right, you yourself will become peaceful and happy, and as well as the people around you, the people who love you most and the people you love most will become happy. So always think that one day that I have to be departed from all the loving things and loving people around me. So before that happens, I have to do something good, and I have to collect something good for my life, and I have to give something good for the people around me. When you think that, you will become peaceful. Try it and see the difference. Namo Buddhaya, Thiruvan Saranai. Namo Buddhaya. Welcome to yet another episode in Inner Guide program. Today, from this video, I'm going to discuss with you about a wonderful topic. And that topic is the death. Now, when you hear the word death, most of us become frightened and afraid. Normally, people doesn't like to talk about death, right? When we are in our families, normally our parents doesn't like to talk about the death in front of them, right? Normally, when you are with your partner, if you talk about the death, he or she will never like about that. Does talking and thinking about the death really makes our life miserable? Do you think like that? Well, our great teacher Supreme Buddha answered for this. In one occasion, our great teacher Supreme Buddha advised us to think about the death every time. Whenever you are possible, you have to think about the death. That is how our great teacher Supreme Buddha taught us. Supreme Buddha said, Marana dhammomhi maranang anatitoti. It means, I am liable to death. Maranang anatitoti. I am not escaped from the death. Abhinnam paccavekkitabhak. You should recall it again and again throughout the day, whenever you are possible. Right? So that means Supreme Buddha advised us to think about the death always. So will this thinking pattern will make our life miserable? In real, it is not. Right? If you think about this real reality of our life, your life will never become miserable. Why? Remember, when you're thinking about the death, you feel in your heart, you feel that you have a little time to live on this earth. Right? Now, death can happen at any time. Right? The death can hit our life at any time, anywhere, at any occasion in our life. Right? We cannot predict that. So that means our life is unpredictable. Right? It is uncertain. So when we feel that uncertainty within our heart, we know that we have a little time to live on this earth. So if we are living a short time on this earth, we have to do something valuable. We have to do something that adds value to our life. Because we live a little time in this earth. Right? We don't have much time to waste. Right? We waste a lot of time in our life to do nonsense, right? Unwanted things, to do evil things. But if you feel that you have a little time to live on this earth, you will always be motivated to do the good things. Because whenever you are about to do an evil thing. Maybe you are going to blame someone, right? Now your mind is occupied by anger. If you think, if I died at this moment, if I died at this exact moment, my rebirth will be not a good one. I am collecting a sin or a demerit, an evil thing to my life, and that is anger. This does not add value to my life, right? When you feel that, you will always be motivated to stay away from the evil things like anger, hatred, and jealousness. So to that thought pattern, that thinking pattern, thinking about the death will always helps. So that is why Supreme Buddha said, you need to recall and think about, reflect about the death whenever you are possible, right? Without any gender difference, without any religion difference, everyone can do that. This is the exact truth in our life. So thinking about the death will never make our life miserable. Instead, it will encourage us to do the good things and the right thing always. So be not fear to think about the death, right? As soon as you get up early in the morning, when you go to your washroom, just stand in front of the mirror and see into yourself and think, today I can meet the death. Today there is a big probability for me to be dead. So if I am dying today, what should I do today? Should I get angry with these people? Should I hate these people? Or before I am leaving this world, should I forgive the people who had made mistakes for my life and make my mind a free one? You can free your mind when you forgive people. Remember, the more you hold on to the anger and resentment, you will never feel free. If you are dying today, right, you can forgive everyone in your life. You can love the people around you from the bottom of your heart, right? You can be compassionate and kind to everyone that meets you, because you know that you are dying today. If you feel that exact feeling inside your mind, you will always be motivated to do the good things. So do not be fear to think about the death. Always reflect about that, and it will surely make your life a better one. Namo Buddhaya. Namo Buddhaya. Welcome to yet another episode in Inner Guide program. Today, I'm going to share with you a wonderful teaching that is given by our great teacher Supreme Buddha on how to protect our wealth. Now, as human beings, we need money to live a comfortable life nowadays, right? You need money to buy foods, you need money to buy clothing, you need money to buy fuel to the vehicles and everything. These days, everything is based on money. But many of us doesn't know how to protect the money that we earned and how to save the property, to protect the property that we earned in our life. Our great teacher Supreme Buddha advised us, you should avoid 6 things in your life in order to save and protect the properties and the wealth that you earned in your life. If you avoid these 6 things, you will be able to protect everything that you earned. But if you keep on doing these things within your life, Supreme Buddha said, it is a drain to your wealth. It is a drain on your wealth, right? If you keep on doing these 6 things, the money and the wealth that you earn will be drained off, right? They will be wasted. So what are these things? Number one, Supreme Buddha said, taking intoxicating drinks and drugs is a drain on your wealth. What are the intoxicating drinks and drugs? They are the alcoholic drinks and the drugs. Now the thing that behind this alcohol and the drugs is, sometimes you may start with a little bit of alcohol, right? You don't mind about that. But the more we get it, we will be used to that drug, right? After that, you want more. You want something that gives more intense and more pleasure through that. So what will happen? We will get addicted to that drug. We will get addicted to the alcohol. If you are being addicted to that, you will spend money on that every day, right? You cannot get off from that. You cannot get out from that. So the more we take these alcoholics and drugs, we will get addicted to them and we will spend money on that, right? Some people spend thousands and millions of their money, their wealth, to take the alcohols, to drink alcohol, to take drugs. Supreme Buddha said, if you keep on taking intoxicating drinks and drugs, it's a drain on your wealth, right? It doesn't matter how rich you are, how wealthy you are, it will start to drain off. And one day, you will end up as a poor person. You will be poor from wealth as well as you will be poor from your health. So that is the danger behind the alcoholic drugs, right? Don't use them. Keep away from them. You know it is not good for your health and your wealth. So why don't you keep away from them? Stay away from them. It is a good thing. That is the first thing, the first fact that drains our wealth. Number two, Supreme Buddha said, frequenting festivals is a drain on your wealth. What is frequenting festivals? If you keep on partying all the time, if you are a party guy, right? There are people who keep on doing the parties and going to parties and festivals and ceremonies, and their whole life is a party, right? If you are frequenting parties, right, you will have to spend money on those parties. You will have to spend money on the clothes and the drinks and all the requirements that you want to go there. And finally, you will spend all the money that you earned, the wealth that you earned in your life, to make some pleasure to your life in those parties. The more we go to parties, the more our wealth will be drained off. Therefore, Supreme Buddha said, it is okay to go to parties. It doesn't matter. If it is okay to go to the festivals and music festivals, it doesn't matter. But if you are frequenting that, if you are doing it frequently, that is the wrong thing. That is the wrong point. So what you have to do, you have to control this, right? So don't go to parties all the time. Just work on yourself, work on your success, right? Then you can manage and you can save the money that you earned without wasting them. It is a total waste. Number three, Supreme Buddha said, loitering in the streets at night is a drain on your wealth. If you are wandering at night without any reason, without any purpose at night in the streets, Supreme Buddha said, it is a drain on your wealth. Why? You're going out of your house at night. Supreme Buddha said, when you go out and loiter and wander here and there out in the streets, your property, your house, your wealth, and your children, your spouse is left unguarded, right? There's no one to guard them. So anything can happen to your wealth. So if you're wandering and loitering without any purpose, now it doesn't say that you don't want to go out at night. You can go out at night, it doesn't matter. But if you are wandering here and there without any reason, right, to pleasurize yourself, that is a wrong thing to do. That is a drain on your wealth. So that is why Supreme Buddha said you should not wander and loiter here and there without any reason at night in the streets, right? That is the third drain on your wealth. And also Supreme Buddha said gambling is a drain on your wealth. You know the thing behind the gambling, right? You spend money, you spend lots of money to gamble, to do those sports or whatever they call. And if you lose, suddenly you lose a lot of money that you earned, right? If you win, it's okay, you earn money. But every day through gambling, you cannot win. Most of the time, people lose through gambling and they lose their money. So if you keep on gambling, it's a drain on your wealth, right? The people who go to the casinos and the things, they will drain their wealth off. That is the fourth point. And also Supreme Buddha said, being with bad friends, evil friends, is a drain on your wealth, right? If you have bad friends, evil friends, they will always use you to spend money. There are some friends, they are called the takers. They always try to take something from you, right? If you have money, they are all around you. If you don't have money, they are gone. So you have to decide your friends, how my friends are, who my friends are, right? And also always choose friends that always helps you in your life, right? The friends who always give the good advice to your life, right? Do not be with evil friends. If you are being with evil friends, if you are being with alcoholic friends, your money will be drained off. So being with evil friends is a drain on your wealth. And the final fact that drains your wealth is the laziness. If you are being lazy, you are not earning anything in your life, any money in your life, any wealth in your life. If you get up at 10 a.m. in the morning, that's laziness. You cannot be successful, right? If you need to be successful, you need to be away from the laziness. You have to get up early in the morning and start working on your success, right? That needs the courage, that needs the grit. It is difficult, but if you keep on doing it, if you keep on making your life a success one day you can be a wealthy person. So these are the 6 things that drains your wealth. If you stay away from these 6 things, you can save the property and the wealth that you earn. Okay? So stay away from these 6 things and earn money. It is not a problem that you earn money. It is not a bad thing, but you should know how to save that money that you earned. Okay, so be away from these 6 things and make your life a better one. Namo Buddhaya. So when we talk about willpower, first of all we need to understand about this. Willpower is the ability to control our emotions and put ourselves into a schedule and work on it for our own success. So many of us find so much hard, and it is a tough task to run ourselves in a schedule. To do that, we need to have the willpower. We need to have that mental discipline to control the emotions that pop up in our mind. So, how to do this thing? Well, there is a basic and very important factor that always helps us to develop our willpower. And that is known as, our great teacher, Supreme Buddha, taught us, and that is known as the chanda. Chanda means the desire, passion. So if you have the desire for doing something, if you are passionate on doing something, if you are passionate of developing yourself, you will be always motivated, and you will always have that energy within yourself to do that, right? But many of the students actually, and many of us, find very hard to get up early in the morning and start studying. Why? Because we don't have that willpower. To develop that willpower, we need to have the desire for doing that, right? So desire, or the passion, is the factor that drives through these tough tasks. So first of all, we need to develop the passion or the desire for our own success. So how to do that? So if you see some advantages of doing something, right? If you feel the advantages of doing something, then you will be passionate on doing that. So for an example, if I tell you that tomorrow you're going to go a picnic or a trip, so you should show up at 3 a.m. in the morning to a specific place. Normally, we will get up at maybe 2 a.m. and we will get ready. We will pack our bags and we will go for that, and we will show up right at 3 a.m. because we are passionate about that. We have that desire to go and have that pleasure. So in that case, you can get up early in the morning. But if we tell a person or a student to get up early in the morning and study, he or she will never do that, because you don't have the desire for that. So first of all, you need to contemplate and you need to focus on the advantages of study, right? You need to visualize that the achievements that you are going to achieve in the future, right? So when you see that specific goal and destination that you have to go, and if you visualize that you are going to have that, then you will develop your desire, right? So to develop the passion or the desire, you need to always focus on the advantages of what you're doing. So if you put the love and if you put the desire, your passion into your work, then you will have that willpower. Your willpower will be developed day by day, right? So willpower or this motivation is not a thing that we get from our birth, right? It should be developed. It's like a muscle, right? It is quite same that when you go to the gym and when you work out, right? Day by day, it's growing up your muscles. That is the nature. But we cannot expect quick results from these things, right? So if you went to the gym and if you work out, right, in the first day, if you come in front of the mirror and look to yourself, there will be no change. But if you are going to the gym constantly and working out, if you work out, your body starts to grow up. Same goes with this willpower, or same goes with success. If you are doing it every day without stopping, that is called the consistency, right? Consistency is the key to success. So if you are working on your success consistently with the willpower, with the love, passion, then it will start to grow. So first of all, you need to develop the willpower. You need to have the passion or the love. To develop that passion, you need to concentrate on the advantages that you are getting by doing these things, right? So now I'm going to talk about what are the things that destroys our willpower. There are some evil and bad habits which can decrease the willpower. So what are these things? These are called the addictions, right? So the first thing that I must say, and the first and the main thing that destroys the willpower is the addiction to alcoholic drinks and the drugs. They can ruin your willpower very much. So stay away from alcoholic drinks and drugs and everything, because they destroys your mentality, and also they destroys your health, right? The more your health will be destroyed, the more your mentality, your mental strength will be decreased. So stay away from the drugs and alcoholics. And the second thing is, probably this might be a little bit harder for you, actually, it is the video games, right? If you are addicted to gaming all the time, it can cause to decrease the willpower. So these are the things that we call the dangerous or unwanted addictions in our life. So you must stay away from those things, right? And also, finally, the pornography. If you are addicted to watch porn all the time, that will be a huge impact on your willpower. Okay, so it will decrease your willpower day by day. So stay away from these things, right? Stay away from especially the dangerous addictions in your life. Then work on yourself, have that passion inside yourself, think of the advantages, right? Then you can put love, passion into your work. And when you do that continuously, consistently, you will develop your willpower. And once you develop your willpower, you can achieve any goal in your life. So I wish you all, may all of you have that opportunity to develop the willpower within your lives. Namo Buddhaya, Thiruvon Saranai.